Hello students, I am Arun Pandey, but today I am going to discuss class 10 subject biology chapter 1, and the name of the chapter is life processes. Once again, try to understand what will be chapter today. Today will be chapter 1, life processes. This is part 4 of the chapter 1. What I am saying, this is part 4 of the chapter 1. But what points today we discuss, today you learn about in part 4 are requirement of photosynthesis. That means what is the need of photosynthesis. So need of photosynthesis is chlorophyll, carbon dioxide, water and sunlight. So these are the need of photosynthesis. This is the requirement of photosynthesis. Requirement of photosynthesis means what things are required to complete the process of photosynthesis are called requirement of photosynthesis. But inside the requirement of photosynthesis is depend on availability of certain requirement, and certain requirement are chlorophyll, carbon dioxide, water and sunlight. These requirement are chlorophyll, carbon dioxide, water and sunlight. So first of all I am going to discuss about chlorophyll. What I am going to discuss first of all? I am going to discuss about chlorophyll. So you know that chlorophyll is green pigment present in the leaves of plant. It is green pigment, and function of chlorophyll is to trap sunlight which comes from the sun, from the atmosphere. So plant contain photosynthetic pigment, like plants having photosynthetic pigment, that means which help in the process of photosynthesis, are chlorophyll and carotenoids. What I am saying, plant contain photosynthetic pigment like carotenoid and chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is also photosynthetic pigment, and carotenoid is also photosynthetic pigments. The pigments are found in the chlorophyll, which are the structure present in the plant cell. And lastly, in the topic chlorophyll, I am saying that, and all the students have to note down in your copy, that chlorophyll are the green pigment present in the leaves of plant. And finally, in the topic chlorophyll, what is the site of photosynthesis in leaves? So this is the chloroplast. Chloroplast is the site for photosynthesis in the plants. If the question arises, what is the site of photosynthesis in leaves? So the answer will be chloroplast. So after that, we are going to discuss about carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide are the essential to complete the process of photosynthesis. So inside carbon dioxide, land plants, that means plants which are in land, that means terrestrial plant. What I am saying, the terrestrial plant, that means land plants, obtain carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Land plants obtain carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, but aquatic plant absorb carbon dioxide from water. Aquatic plant, that means water which exist inside the soil or obtain carbon dioxide from where? From water. That means carbon dioxide for aquatic plant from water they obtained, and land plant obtained carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. The carbon dioxide enter the leaves through stomata. When carbon dioxide obtained by the plant, then by which structure carbon dioxide enter into the leaves? That are the stomata. Stomata are called small pores which are present in the lower surface of the leaves. This is the stomata. And by stomata, respiratory gases, carbon dioxide and oxygen both enters and out from the plant body, which are present in the surface of the leaf. That means stomata are present in the surface of the leaves due to transpiration. Here the term transpiration. So first of all of students have to know what is transpiration. So I am going to explain definition of transpiration. So loss of water by aerial part of plant in the form of water vapor is called transpiration. What is transpiration? Once again try to understand. Loss of water from aerial parts of plants in the form of water vapor is called transpiration. Due to transpiration, what happened? Due to transpiration, a large amount of water also get lost through the stomata. Maximum water, extra water are lost by plants due to transpiration. To avoid this, stomata get closed when a leaf does not need carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. To prevent the water loss, stomata are closed when photosynthesis are not needed. After that, what happens? The opening and closing of stomatal pore is regulated by the guard cell. Around the stomata, there is a type of cell are present which are called guard cell. So opening and the closing of stomata, that means who control the opening and closing of stomata? That means opening and closing of stomata are controlled by the guard cell which are present around the stomata. But the guard cell swell when water flows into them. When water flows into them, the guard cell which swell up, swollen, and thereby coming the stomatal pore to open. So the stomatal pore is open. Then what happened? Stomatal pore to open. That means when water flows through stomata, then guard cells swell up and stomatal pore open. But what happened? Similarly, the guard cells shrink. When inside guard cell will be shrinkage, then when water flows out of them, when water flows out of the stomatal pore, then guard cell will be shrinkage and thereby causing the stomatal pore to close. This is the mechanism inside carbon dioxide to stomatal pore close and open. So after that, I am going to discuss about water. Water is also essential component to complete the photosynthesis. So what about water? Plant absorb water for photosynthesis from the soil through their roots. Plants absorb water to complete the photosynthesis by their root hair, and the water along with some mineral salt in the pass to the leaves and other parts of the plant through xylem tissue. That means root hair, and root hair absorb water and minerals, and that passes through stem to the leaves and plant uses them. In case of insufficient water, the rate of photosynthesis lowers down. If water is less absorbed in the plant body, then rate of photosynthesis will be reduced. This is because stomatal pore get close to reduce water loss by transpiration, because of when the water is less absorbed by the plants, by root hair, then stomata will be remain close to prevent water loss through the stomatal pore. This is turn prevent the entry of carbon dioxide in leaves also, so rate of photosynthesis in the absence of less water supply to the plant body is reduced. So finally, I am going to discuss about sunlight. What about the sunlight? Sunlight is most important component of the photosynthesis. It is most important component of the photosynthesis. Plants receive sunlight from solar radiation in the daytime, not in night time. In daytime, plant absorb solar radiation, radiant energy. Plants get radiant energy which coming from the sun. And after that, what happen? Out of the total amount of sunlight that reaches the earth, total amount of the sunlight which reaches on the earth, that means out of the total amount sunlight that reaches the earth, a very small fraction of sunlight is actually required for photosynthesis. Not all the sunlight are required for photosynthesis. Not all the sunlight are used by the plant to complete the photosynthesis. Only a fraction, total sunlight of the fraction, only a fraction of sunlight, of total sunlight are required for to complete the photosynthesis. What will be that? That will be only 1%. 1% of the sunlight required to complete the photosynthesis. Mostly the blue and red light. When blue light comes on the earth, when red light also comes from the earth, only blue light and red light are required to complete the photosynthesis. And the rate of photosynthesis will be maximum in red light only. So, this is sunlight, and I have explained to all that chlorophyll, carbon dioxide, water and sunlight. I hope that you understand very well, and so this much enough. Thanks.